Hello and welcome. Welcome. Hello. This is a special broadcast coming you from the Logy News Desk. We have a lot to bring you this week. Crazy things happening around the world. A lot of turmoil in the markets. A lot of turmoil in people's lives. A lot of turmoil around Newfoundland, Labrador. But Logy Bay Groovers have a lot of things to really get your mind elevated, get you ready to take in the new world that is going to occur. But we're happy to say that Randy is here with us today. And we're going to be chatting with him in a few moments. But before that, just want to let you know what sort of exciting stuff is in store for tonight, aside from Randy. So we know no more work. Everyone's at home. Some people still got to work. That sucks. No more work for some people. More importantly, is this the end of Alberta? Find out more in a few minutes. Oh, that's not how that works. All right, so we're going to pull up Randy here, all the way in his home.
Hello, how's it going?
Hello, Randy. Happy to see you here again.
Hi, I'm social distancing. I'm keeping social pace.
Yeah, you need to stay social pace or you won't be able to get anything done these days. Uh,
Yeah, I'm keeping up with the pace. It's really demanding the pace. It's been demanding.
Yeah, it's good to hear. So we just checked in. It looks like we are on YouTube right now. So
Nice.
this is we know something special is going on. We have a public health state of emergency here in Newfoundland.
It's
Sorry,
something.
trying to not get my face to disappear there.
The weed stores are closed down, but
Yes, exactly. The weed store's closed down. The liquor store's closed down. We're having a lot of things closed. But what
it's crazy.
it's been on my mind right now is I've been seeing a lot of this guy right here, John Hagee. Okay,
Oh yeah.
he's been addressing the nation, the province, all the time. I have a question, and this
You
is a
may,
question that's been on my mind, and I don't know if you know anything about this, but do you think this man is a British spy? Because he has.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, because why else would he have a British accent?
Yeah. In times like this, espionage has been known to be a thing that comes out just before shit hits the fan, so to speak. So like I just think that he could be for king and country. He might not be for Dwight Bob.
You know, what they say is espionage. One of the best ways to hide it is putting it out in the face of everyone in the world. And I think he's doing just that. He's trying to hide in plain sight by
Yeah,
being the health minister, and
exactly.
he's sending secret updates to England
He's contacting the Sparrow by the hour through the wire. Like it's crazy.
through the wire by the Sparrow. So we're going to be keeping an eye on
Yeah.
Corporal John Hagee.
It's a hard time by because Dwight Ball tried to quit his job. Nobody wants to rule the world, and he tried, but now he's going to be remembered as a really important guy who led the province through the COVID and the Avid Avid and the Lavid Lavid Lavid
He
and the
did
Christ.
the Loblaw disorder. And
Yeah,
he saw that, okay, Dwight Ball, he might not have wanted the job anymore, but he doesn't really have a choice, right?
no, you can't turn your back in times like this, and he
Can't,
couldn't. So now
can't.
he's on the ball. You know what?
He's on the ball. He's getting things done. A lot of things, more than we've seen done in a while. The
You get to see Dwight all the time.
You do, and it's nice to see him and hear from him.
It is. It's pretty good. I mean, it's good that we're hearing from Logie Bay Groovers too. It's
It,
we're reporting. We're building up a big snowball of news for you. And we only get to blow it up once in a while, right?
it takes a while to build up this snowball, and we're happy to bring you this new technology. We were watching the news broadcast from America. We liked how they are mainly made of people's faces in squares.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna try to do the thing later where we yell at each other, But for now, we're going to try to cooperate.
It's going to be like the business television later on.
Yeah, yeah. So, speaking of business, not a lot of people have a lot of businesses open right now. You know what I mean?
No,
Uh,
nothing. I drove downtown there about a week or two ago, and actually not even that, probably 4 days ago. I just took a spin, and the only place open, literally from the Delta to say the Battery, was one sushi restaurant, and they were doing takeout only.
mm. And I don't even know. Maybe I'm alone in this one, but I don't really feel that like I want to order takeout all that bad right now.
No, no, but I haven't touched it. I've been making more deadly cuisine than I ever had.
Could have the Rona all over it. So yeah, the cuisine has been through the roof. We've been working on preserved foods. You know, we had a little short teaser clip on Facebook for Logy Bay Groovers there this week to show you how to make fried things.
Yeah, look out, Food Network, because you know what? We're coming for that number one spot.
Yeah, we were thinking of bringing the 15-minute vid to the YouTube, but then we got lazy about editing it and we weren't sure. So we did this instead for now.
Yeah, it's all about distancing, right? You can't have too much.
You can't
I
have
mean,
too much
right now,
distance.
I think the team that we really saw the last day or so, I'm just going to flip this camera around here right quick and show you, is that we're living in a time of cuisine art. And cuisine art is something that, we haven't really seen this century at all. It's something you're going to see kind of going over the shopping networks going forward, and even on Report on Business Television too. I might even see it on Dragon's Den. But cuisine art is a new fad, and I think it's here to stay.
It is. I have actually, it's been a rising trend. I noticed it's been selling out across the nation. I think we're going to be talking about that later in our financial portion.
Yeah, when we get, trying to be like Peter Mansbridge a bit. Oh, technical difficulty there.
That's interesting. No, that's a nice ceiling. Can we take a little detour to let us know about the texture of your ceiling?
Yeah, sure, sure. It is it's a tiled ceiling, and it's got a few blemishes on it. Now you see that light? It's an old '90s style light that it wasn't really that sound, but it was something that was kind of affordable. And going forward, we don't have wainscoting, but this would be the typical type of basement that you would see a wainscoting. Um, and now we have this really retro peach human skin colored leather couch, and that's where I'm sitting on this evening. And back to the studio here.
Yeah, that looks great. I think I recognize this area from our live in Mount Pearl show in back in April.
Yes, yeah, it's a tried and true venue. It's you got to work with what you got in times like this when you risk your own life going to Sobeys every day, and that's the goddamn truth.
All the way back in 2019, that was back when it was safe to go to Sobeys. But now you require protective equipment because Sobeys, they're getting the hero pay and everything on the go, which is interesting.
It's so bizarre that like there'd be a time that we couldn't safely go to Sobeys. Like, what would Alfred Sobey be think of this time right now?
I
That his
know
store,
he would be bemused.
yeah, I mean, his store is the front line of society right now. I mean, they're getting paid minimum wage, but they're like the Newfoundlanders over in the regiment, as far as I'm concerned. The front line, they're making sure we got food, and they're exposing themselves. And I'd like to just say thank you.
You gotta be careful exposing yourself at Sobeys.
Yeah, and Dominion, but still, like the lob virus is a different thing. But Sobeys Sobeys is a religion.
It is a religion for many. I gotta say I enjoy going to Sobeys.
And it's been a difficult time though with this current Sobeys. Now the Avalon Mall is finally closed, everything except for essential services. I was on a Paddy Daily level of concern about the Avalon Mall being open during the current crisis, but now apparently only the dental office and the pharmacy remains open.
That's good. Only essential services. Now it's sad that you can't catch any of the new flicks. What do you think about any movies that
Yeah, you
were
know
set
what?
to come out the next couple of weeks? They kind of got messed up a little bit.
there's a really strong possibility that the best movie of 2021 is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog because that was the last movie that came out in theaters before the world shut down.
And it deserves it. It's a great flick. It can't always
It's
be
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson winning everything all the time.
Oh, exactly. And I recently watched the spin-off Fast and the Furious title, Hobbs and Shaw,
Oh
with my
yeah.
significant other,
I,
and it was a thriller. But really, uh, I don't want to spoil anything, but the battle at the end of the movie was beyond anything I've ever seen before in any movie.
that's
Let alone,
beautiful.
yeah.
I'm a
Dwayne,
big fan
Dwayne,
of the Fast and Furious series, but I've actually not gotten the opportunity to see the Hobbs and Shaw one yet. And
uh,
I'm kind of embarrassed about sharing that, but I feel like I should. It seems like a great flick.
it is like a rock superhero movie, but featuring the Rock. If I had to really describe it, in any kind of a better way. But yeah, and of course Jason Statham was himself as well. Not much Fast and the Furious fan service though, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you got to kind of really look deep in the cracks to kind of pick out an odd Easter egg or something. But tell you the truth, it was mostly just a Hobbs and Shaw focused film.
Yeah, I say it's kind of strange because since Tokyo Drift, they haven't really gone for that sort of thing, a departure.
Yeah, and now Fast Nine, according to local reporter Mike Feehan, is delayed until 2021 now. It was supposed to come out next month, but due to the current crisis, it got postponed.
That's because Vin Diesel is a worldwide star. He sees a value in folks around the world. Uh,
Yeah. He doesn't want people risking their life for Fast and the Furious if they don't have to. So that's a perfect amount of time to get through this crisis, so they can safely see the movie in theaters next year.
exactly, and seeing a movie like that maybe at a time like this would be a little too shocking for some people, perhaps.
Oh, exactly. And we can't give all the money to Netflix and Crave. We got to
No,
give some to the cinemas.
NTV, Logy Bay Groovers Network, and so all right, we got a lot of time off
Yeah,
work here, right? So you're gonna be stuck in
yeah,
the
yeah.
house a lot. There's things to do like laundry, like dishes, making food, look after, whatever. But what do you got to do for fun? You got a lot more time on your hands. You got more
Yeah.
things you're gonna be wanting to do. I
Yeah.
was, yeah,
You can't really see people, but you could still go outside. But today now it was freezing rain all day, miserable. But you got to pick your days.
you got to pick your days. So I was thinking one thing, even it doesn't really matter what sort of day it is. It's a pretty good thing to do if you got a lot of time. Is LSD.
Yes. Oh man, the LSD you could do that for a week if you took a big enough dose. But now don't do that. Just take enough for the day.
Take as much as you want, and you can
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
have a little fun or have a little whatever. You can have your emotions. I think it's a good use of time. It takes up a decent amount of your time, and you may
It
learn
does.
something. It'll be
You don't need very much either. Like half a hit does you plenty if you have a low stock supply.
yeah,
Um,
and I would say that a pro of this in a time like this is that even though you can't leave your house, you're stuck in your house. This is gonna make your house completely different. A new
exactly.
house.
A new house. It also is going to allow you to astral project in some cases, and you could get things done that you didn't know was possible. Basically, I found it was great as a good celebratory, welcoming the jobless world kind of experience, welcoming the LSD in your life. So
That
like, if you ever get laid off, do some LSD. Just embrace the things that are coming towards you.
yeah, it's a good way to kill some time. We're happy to
Yeah.
say we have a crazy monkey in here watching. Crazy Monkey
Wow.
420, thanks for tuning in. It's good that we
Wow.
have a
Thank.
viewer. Um,
Okay.
so we'll let Crazy Monkey shout out to Yokio To Drift here. So we say
Yeah.
Crazy Monkey can nominate a category for discussion maybe for later on.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
but for now, this has been like, well, actually, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I
Nah.
so what would you say you missed the most about like being able to just do regular stuff?
Right now, the thing I miss the most is well, having a scheduled shift and then calling in sick for that scheduled shift. I mean, that was quite a thrill. But I can't do that now. I just don't have shifts. Um, no, I'm just fucking around. The thing I really miss the most about everything, I don't know, it'd probably be jamming with my good buddy and doing some like actual localized Bay Groovers. Maybe working on our cinematography. I kind of miss doing things with people I enjoy sharing my time with. And my family. I mean, that kind of abandoned my family because of safety issues too.
Yeah, I'd say that's very heartwarming. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
and I was thinking, oh, that one makes me more invisible. Now I'm just having a bit of fun over here. Now,
yeah.
yeah, I'd say what I don't like or miss, or what I don't miss, what I do miss. My face is all gone invisible. It's throwing me off.
Oh,
Anyway, sorry, boys. Um, what I do miss is that there's people around now everywhere all the time, walking around in the daytime, and it's annoying, and because they used to not be there, and now they're
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So you miss the empty streets and like you miss the 11 to 2 p.m. prime, no one around, kind
prime
of.
time.
Yeah, yeah. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is a ghost town in any part of town. Everybody's at like a store or at their job at that point, or McDonald's or something.
Ghosts and
Um,
folks.
I bet you. I thought me and my significant other talked about how the dogs probably miss having the houses to themselves now that the humans are around all the time, and maybe it's giving them anxiety.
14 pictures in one.
That's an album right there.
14 pictures in one. That album. Have you heard that album by Tubular Bells star Phil Collins?
No, I have not. I know that Genesis was getting back together though.
Yeah, Genesis are getting back together actually to re-record and release a massive 12-hour box set of the 14 pictures in one.
It's going to be called the Master System.
Yeah, and it comes with a special thing. You need to hook to your television to be able to listen to it with
Yeah,
no visual component. It's interesting that the sounds created by the hum from your TV, while it's displaying this non-visual component, really add to the texture of the audio.
yeah. No, it's quite like technologically obtuse.
It is a bit of a boost. So this is worrying me.
Yeah, what's worrying you now?
Alberta. Is Alberta
Alberta
gonna
gone
die?
by.
So
Well,
here,
Alberta runs on oil and gas and conservatism. And if you take all of it away, you got nothing. So what's going to happen up to?
so if
I mean, tell me
beer,
that.
I have this headline which quite cheekily states Canadian heavy oil cheaper than a pint of beer as North American demand for fuel plummets.
Damn.
Do you think that everyone in Alberta is not going to be able to work anymore? And then what will they do? The Jason Kenney man gave their money to the oil men already. And now,
It's going to be like a come home year where everybody comes home from Alberta.
I think it could be a come home year. Yeah, yeah, come home year from Alberta. Or you're stuck in Alberta because you can't get home. And
It's not a good time to be working at the jungle gyms in Alberta.
no, no, no. That would be a yeah hard time to be at the jungle gyms. If you're at the jungle gyms in Alberta anytime recently, or you worked there in the past, let us know.
Yeah. Also, is there Jimmy's up there?
I
Can you
would say
email Logy Bay Groovers if there is?
yeah. Okay, so you gotta email logybaygroovers@gmail.com
So
if
yeah,
there are
part of our social
chimneys.
distancing. part of the new social distancing launch campaign that we're offering in 2020 is going to be email services. You can actually email us, and we'll check our email, and we might read it on air. We might respond to you. It's an email.
As an email. If you have
So,
any,
yeah,
if you have a creature, you can put a picture of the creature too in the email.
yeah, and some fan art. I would really like to see any kind of fan art. You could draw me as a fursona if you have one. Also, I wouldn't be offended if you drew me as, a character from a fantasy series or a novel. Just go wild.
That would be
Whatever.
nice. Yes, draw him as a character from a novel.
Yeah, send
The
us your fan art and send us pictures of your creature.
We're looking for a furry artist to help us with our persona image from some of our promotional work. And as well, we're looking for someone who's good at anime pictures. We want some of that too. And one of
Yeah, and
those boss who's good at drawing Sonic. We want a Logy Bay Groovers the Hedgehog type of thing as well. That's
yeah,
nice there.
it's pretty nice. I also wouldn't mind some mail, but please make sure that you send that mail 2 months from now, when presumably it's safe to send mail.
Remember when all the mail had anthrax, though? Maybe the mail will never be safe.
True, it's true. But I mean, how is our friend Mr. RM gonna get us some high voltage? How
Yeah,
that?
it's unfortunate that everyone got the Rona at the Canada Post factory, so now people can't really get their drugs from the mail very efficiently anymore.
Yeah, I mean the mail is. I mean, people like our friend Tom Alston who rely on the mail for daily services. I kind of think about them in these kind of crises. I also think about uh, what about flyers? How we're going to know if we're going to save money on anything?
The Philadelphia Flyers. So
Yeah,
say you wanted to go on a cruise, and you wanted to do it for real cheap. Do you think you could get on one of the boats where they have the Rona on the boat and then
and
stay there?
I don't think there's going to be any cruises for the rest of the year. Like real talk. I
No
don't
more
think
cruises.
I don't think you're going to see
You heard it
traveling
here.
at
Logie Bay
all.
Groovers prediction: no more cruises.
No, cruises are loses. Yeah. I also think it's just going to be a shit year for travel and tourism globally. People are going to be financially upside down because of this crisis, and I don't think they're going to put money into going around the world looking at places. Also, they're going to be scared. The Spanish flu was something that happened before, and it had many kind of complications,
Well,
and we don't know.
yeah, but we don't care about that. We're more into what else is going to be canceled. Is
Yeah,
Antarctica going to be canceled?
yeah. I
Are they
mean,
going to
if
cancel spacemen? So say you were in space now, could you come back from
yeah,
space? What if the
I
only person left alive is a spaceman?
I think you could also cancel the right now they're canceling HIV, which is pretty good. But you could also cancel pre-orders at EV Games right now because they know that you're not able to go in and pick them up. So that's canceled already. I also think that you're going to see Batman get canceled this year due to the current nature of bats and man. It's not really appropriate to say them together. I mean, poor Batman,
That's a great
icon of many
prediction.
people. I mean, Spider Man is going to do well. This ain't no spider related crisis. This isn't a turbo spider virus. This is fine. But I mean, controversies all aside, Batman is just not appropriate right now.
No, 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 man, bat time.
Yeah. So anybody who has Batman stuff, sell your stocks. I'd invest in Spider Man this year, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's great because, well, I was about to go to the financial broadcast, but I think we might need to put a little song on here before we
Yeah,
go
yeah.
there.
A little financial song.
Yeah, you play a little financial fucking hit there. That's pretty spicy.
I was gonna hit this tuba and then I'll play some quarter
Hit the
earnings.
tuba. Quarter earnings. That's a good tuba.
Oh
So,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's oh yeah. Let's see if this works.
We live in a crisis, stocked up on basmati rices. The world is uncertain. I just know my Irish stew is made by Puritan. Non-perishables, non-perishables. That's what's worth more than gold. Oil's taking its got hold. Non-perishables, non-perishables. Stock up on vegetables.
Non-perishables.
Non.
Stock up on vegetables.
Parsnip aplenty. Various Heinz tin products.
The Heinz tins.
And the toilet paper.
And the toilet paper. We got a special request. Carrot oil. We're not going to talk about carrot oil right now because that's a sensitive subject for some of the people here.
That's like snake oil. It's like a pyramid scheme.
You can't pour the carrot oil down the pyramid scheme, or else you might be finding yourself in the wilderness. Oh, naked. Naked.
Buck naked in North Dakota. Should have had a big corpse of bloater.
So
I called Ray Lakota.
Ray Lagota, catch me over at my old house, you royal showa. I saw you casting your hands outside of your neighbor's hedge funds.
I knew you'd turn up sometime with your rutabaga. Should have called Lou Bega. Super Mega. Ultra Dega.
Ultra Dega. My favorite employment is Sega. What we have here is the Stonks. The Stonks got absolutely fucked by something. They got wrecked. Now they're starting to stonk back up. The Stonks will rise again at the cost of 5 million Americans. We will get that line up. We don't have.
Stonks are gonna go low as fuck yet, though.
We're missing financial expert Scott. But you don't need to be a financial expert to know that the line will rise again.
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin is shitcoin, but let me tell you this, brother. It's going to be Litcoin.
It's gonna be Litcoin. Let me tell you this, brother.
Mm. Now Ether is gone. Uh, Listening to Seether, but really, it ain't gone neither.
Yeah, Seether is a good one to be casting your doubts toward
Yeah,
these days.
if you have some seated, unexplained emotion that you just kind of can't deal with, it's good to throw on a Seether album.
Yeah, it's a good way to relax between Evanescence albums.
Yeah, it is. Uh, I once traveled abroad as a young man, and I saw Evanescence graffiti, and that really put it in perspective to me how much of an influence she had on the world.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good. Evan, I saw her speaking tour has been very successful. She's been, I think, in working on a religion as well.
I think she also is putting out a new album this year. She's coming back according to my significant other.
Back according to Prince.
Yeah, according.
So we're looking for a Roy update. Can you let us know what you think Roy's up to?
Okay, so Roy, according to him, has been training for this my whole goddamn life. Um, and he is ready. Like ever since I was a young boy, Roy warned me that a crisis would come and that you need extra food and you need to go take off around the bay and just live out your days there until times came back. And that's what he did. So he's now in recluse. He's gone back out into the wild, wild Roy. Uh,
God's country.
he's left me responsible for the Prince Estates in the capital. And I'm a God fearing Christian just trying to make his way through the mosaic of infection.
The mosaic of infection casts its doubts on all society. A shadowy
Yeah,
hand spreads across the land. I'm glad you mentioned stocking up on food because we noticed that people have been stocking up on a few items lately that don't seem to make much sense, but we've noticed a lot of money has been made. Now,
yeah.
we don't like it when people make money doing things that are bad, but we're just going to speculate for fun for a minute. What do you think is a good item to panic buy? Maybe something to save up.
Right now, what I did was I went to the place that they call the Cash and Carry, which is like a PC warehouse over there by Nintendo World on O'Leary Avenue. And I saw a bag of cappuccino mix. It was like French vanilla cappuccino mix, like a 5 pound sack, $6.99. I mean, if you like Tim Hortons, that is easily 100 cups of coffee,
Mm.
or cappuccino there. So that way you don't have to go out to the Hortons, and that way you don't have to make those people risked or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Do you think there's money to be made maybe running your own illegal drive through right now, serving
Now,
that coffee?
I gotta take my glasses off to tell you this one. If you are going to be bootlegging coffee during a time of crisis like this, make sure that your flagship is behind some hockey player that served a term in the NHL.
Mm.
Now, I don't care if that's Darcy Broderick. I mean, he's not even an NHL player, but I think there was Darcy Hackett or Hallett. Some Darcy played
Darcy.
NHL, but no. You could go with Carey Price. You could go. You got to pick a player though, and then you can serve coffee. Then after that, but that's about it. I mean, hockey got canceled. I mean, you got to pay some respect,
Pay
and the Olympics did too.
Olympics got canceled. Pay respect. Hockey.
Yeah.
So we got speculation on canned peas. What do you think on that one?
Oh, canned peas. You see, legumes are good, but you could accumulate too much nitrogen, in your body, and you might like fucking you'd be like a Fast and the Furious car and have like a NOS tank in your body then.
Okay, yeah.
And that could be illegal. If you eat too much legumes.
I was thinking
Uh,
maybe, yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That's a good point.
but
The
now,
Yeah,
if your peas are yellow peas and they're split peas and they're dried, I mean, you could make peas pudding out of it, and I think that's
yeah.
fine.
Th- They got green ones drying. Yeah, I was saying that maybe the frozen peas are a little bit of a problem for those tin
Yeah,
peas. But say your freezer's all full of mousse or whatever, you might need tin peas to have peas. And if you
yeah.
don't have peas, you won't live. You gotta have your peas, or you'll get scurvy and wobbly knees, and you'll get
Oh,
scabies, and all your skin will fall off your elbows.
yeah. I mean, I've been eating a banana recklessly every day because I'm worried about vitamin deficiency. I mean, if the transport stops coming in Newfoundland as we know it, then there's no more fruits and vegetables, and we can't grow them here because of shit. So we're gonna have to eat berries all year round.
Berries, berries, berries. That's
That's the way I
true,
see
and they
it.
only come for 2 months, and they're gonna be picked clean. They got all
Yeah,
messed up last year. There wasn't many around, but I think there'll be more now. They got the good snow out there, right? So we're gonna be
yeah.
eating just berries, boost. All the fish is gone already,
I
so
got lots of fish. I got last year's fish in the freezer already,
that's
loads.
good. Now, what's the deal with why you could just eat basically any fish anyway?
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
shortage of like random fish in the sea,
No, exactly.
random shell things.
There's no shortage of fucking birds today. Like there's lots of birds around, guys. I've seen like 20 in my yard today. All you gotta do is go at the birds every day, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, go
I
out the birds. You can get their. Sure, you can steal their eggs. You know,
Yeah, or you can
hurt
just
their
kill the bird.
feelings, take their children, whack them over the head, take their life, take them too.
Yeah. Uh, you could also, I mean, you could buy a bird, and you could raise your own birds, and then you could try to be like self-sufficient and like start your own farm.
Oh yeah. So do you think people are gonna have to pick up a taste for this rubbing alcohol, Lysol, whatnot after it's been on everything they have?
Yeah, I mean, it's if anything, I mean, it's like when you put a wine reduction in a steak, except it's gonna be Purell and full of benzene and shit, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I welcome benzene willingly. I mean, there's probably some benzene in this little magic stick right here that I've been on for 10, 12 years or so. So
That's
who knows?
good. Smoking darts there. That's a fun
This
thing to do.
this kills coronavirus. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this.
It kills it. Kills it dead.
I didn't mean to say that. You can edit that in live posts. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't hear much about that.
I didn't hear anything really. But I know this that turkeys are pretty good. I cooked my first turkey there this week. I'll have a little slideshow there on the Groovers official page if I didn't delete the pictures. But it was a good feed, and I felt like it's a rite of passage. Even if you just cook a turkey for somebody else sometime and you don't really choose to eat turkey, I think it's something that everybody should do at some point in their lives. It's quite a feat. I've never really done nothing like it.
That's good. You made turkey there. That's good to me. That's a nice thing to do. I made
Yeah,
tacos here yesterday. It
nice.
was fun, you know. And they get you can yeah. There's no problem. You got your tacos till the end of time. What are you gonna do? Sit in your house and eat tacos? You'll be fine.
Oh, you can also stock up on honeycombs right now. That's a good thing to stock up on if you had to. Honeycombs are great. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, 10 years ago, almost to the day, I loved honeycombs. I ate them more than anything. But now, 5 years ago to the day, I didn't because honeycombs changed their formula. And they changed their formula from a wheat based cereal to a purely corn based cereal. And it looked all frigged up, like it was all yellow and square and polygonal. And they looked like they were made out of candy or something. And they tasted terrible. And there was me and millions of others that went on social media, and we socialed a lot, and we turned out that we won, and now the box is back, and it's a classy taste, and it's like nothing ever happened. So I recommend stocking up on them.
Change the tide of history.
If we can change the face of Sonic the Hedgehog and the taste of honeycombs, we can do anything. I'll tell you that.
Do anything once.
Yep.
YOLO. You do anything once.
So, like, if it snowed a lot right now during this crisis, we wouldn't really care.
No, we wouldn't even shovel. So what I was thinking about is NCIS.
Yeah,
This was you talked about this one earlier
I did. Yeah.
as being a show that we should probably bring up. Uh,
I mean, it pleases the millions. I mean, NCIS is an adult pacifier as far as I'm concerned. It's you just it's a dummy. It's a no brainer.
no brainer.
It's sell.
It's a
It's like Walmart. You got to have it.
it's a great program.
Yeah. I mean, I think the N for NCIS stands for new, and I think the C stands for Canadians, and I think the I stands for insurance benefits, and the S stands for soon.
Yeah, new corn
Yeah,
is soon.
yeah,
This it is nice. I really I gotta say I've only seen this program a few times,
yeah.
and
I'm
I
gonna put some.
I didn't really understand. Like I didn't find this woman here on the left, the second from the left. I
Yeah,
didn't think the police would ever hire someone like that, or the
yeah,
navy or whatever they are in this show.
yeah. I mean, she's a fox. I mean, she sells.
Well, I
I
mean
think.
that's not important here. I was thinking like they don't like it when people are goths. They're like, "Geez, what are you doing at work? Like around here, like we all like wear suits."
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's a modern spin on an old classic. It's like a Boston cream made at a Tim Hortons in Newfoundland.
Tim Horty cream.
Yeah.
Uh, we're getting shit from fucking what's his name there? Um,
Oh, okay. We have a
but we
caller.
gotta let him know that we touch our face because we haven't left our house in 13 days,
Oh,
and
I
we
touch my
wash
face
our
all the time.
hands. Yeah,
I actually groomed and cut my own hair today, and cut my face for personally with scissors. Yeah,
cut your face. It's. I was thinking maybe we should all get scissors and cut our face.
yeah. I mean, I do that from time to time, but like, you got to make sure you got good scar tissue, or else you won't really look that good.
So, Scar Tissue is a great song.
I mean, it was played with a glass slide. Anthony Kiedis was just coming back from a massive heroin rehab session, and John Frusciante was always on the heroin anyways. And Flea was just playing the good old classic '90s bass styles. And well, we all know about Chad Smith.
You all know about Chad Smith. I gotta go to the kitchen there for a minute to get myself
Yeah,
something. So you entertain the people here for a minute.
sure.
Whatever
I'm
you
gonna.
got.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So in the current crises of crises, I've just been hanging out my house and cooking food. Um, I play a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield. If anybody was interested in that, I have 200 shinies. Um, Other than that, I've just been living the best Randy life I got in me. And you know, a lot of big things coming for Logy Bay Groovers. We're just gonna have to social distance them, but stay tuned. A few gigs coming, maybe in the woods. We just kind of got some investing rights for a new bar. You might have saw Richards back this summer. Well, we're actually gonna put some new life into the woods, and we're gonna kind of restore Richards. Hopefully, when the crisis ends, it's gonna be a bit marshy because of all the snow we got. I'm sure there's a bit of spring cleaning to be done there. But Richards is going to be open for business hopefully there by July 17th. That's the prospective date. And there's going to be cocktails at Richards on the house that night. Max is going to be on the door. Max has had a good year so far going forward. I recommend investing in Max. Also, you know, I recommend investing in blankets right now. Blankets are a good time. You know, they keep you warm and covered. Um, and I also recommend that everybody kind of just don't feel bad about playing video games and doing nothing. You can't really control the situation right now. So just embrace, pretend you're 12 years old, and Diablo 2 just came out, and you're just gonna go deep. Um, I mean, social services are gonna kick in for everybody. And I mean, play the tuba if you know how to play it. That's what I always say. So I've been thinking about doing some art live streams. I like to draw. I sometimes like to sketch and doodle. So if anybody would like to see me do the following things with some commentary, maybe a little bit of improvised music, um, let me know in the chat. But I'd definitely like to do some drawing. I like the draws. Ooh, that's a good tuba. All right, what have we got here? So we got a bit of this one. It's a pretty good one. Pump that one up. And we're also going to pump this one up. They closed down Rona. They opened up a big Canadian Tire. They closed down Rona. After they closed down Chester Da. 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 There was a hexa on the sign. Jesus yellow in red letters. Go to Chester Da's in July. Risk getting stung by a million hornets. Chester Da. Chester Da. Chester Da. Chester Da. Hardwares. Boys on the drive. Drive your truck in the yard. Wood and straw. Chester Da. Chester Da.
Chester Da.
Chester Da.
Chester Da's. Chester Da.
Chester Da. In the chat, if you know anybody who's related to the proprietors of Chester Da.
Chester Da.
We would like to do an in-depth interview.
An in-depth interview with Chester Da's.
Chester Da. Yeah. So yeah, let us know in the chat.
That was nice. Nice Chester Da. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling homage to my favorite hardware store that got swallowed up by a bigger company that went bankrupt.
Yeah, and now that's it. Now it's gone, and it became a virus. And
yeah.
And what we have here is just we don't really cover politics that much, but this guy Boris Johnson. Have you seen this man from United Kingdom?
The British Trump.
The British man. He looks. It says here that he has the coronavirus. According to this headline, and I don't know why I brought it up. Really, I just thought, like people in England said that he was a dick or something. I don't really know who he is.
I think he's just not handling the Brexit thing the way people want it to be handled overall, and that's his number one criticism.
Well, there he is. Now he has coronavirus because of Brexit, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's safe. Idris Elba has had it too. Tom Hanks. I even heard that somebody else got it today. I don't even know. Someone else that was in the elite.
Alan Doyle.
Alan Doyle might have
Alan Hocko has it. Fred Hutton has it.
Fuck.
Glenn Carter has it. Jesse Sterling.
What about Don Bradshaw?
Don Bradshaw, not yet, because he's out on the West Coast.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Be safe. Be safe, Don.
Yeah, Heather Gillis.
Yeah.
They all got it. Tony Marie Wiseman. Danielle Butt.
Well, we have to, it is a there's multiple strains, there's all kinds of strains. It's like you get your OG Kush and your Chem Dog, you get your 19s and your 20s. You even get like 360 sometimes. Like worst case Ontario is the truth right now. It's never been more truth than another saying I've ever said. So you just got to remember that.
I'd say the Slim Cheese is the one that you would go with at this day and age, time and
Yeah,
again.
yes, the Slim Cheese is a good time on two slices of Wonder Bread. The thick is almost like it gets too molten when you grill it, and it could do some damage to that gums. I mean, dental clinics are not essential services right now, so why risk it on a thick cheese?
Why risk it? So, what about the vet? Is the vet essential? What if your dog tries to perish at this
Yes.
trying time?
I mean, you could ultimately eat your dog, so I think it's essential to keep your dog in tip-top shape for future food opportunities. Also, I mean, you also want to keep your dog healthy because he shares your house with you, or she shares your house with you, or it shares your house with you, or they do. There's all kinds of dogs, but ultimately, your dog could want to eat you. So it's also important to keep yourself healthy.
Keep yourself
So
healthy.
it's a push give scenario. Some things push and some things give, right? Like
Yeah,
so, you got to make sure that you and your dog are good, and whatever happens, either of you is ready to eat the other one at any time.
yeah. That's a good point you raised there. If you keep each other healthy, then whoever dies, they can be eaten by the other one, and it's a
Exactly.
nice trade.
So I think vets should remain open at the current time being. So it's a fair chance for the dog. I mean, we live in a fair society.
Wayne Gretzky has coronavirus.
Well, is he really the great one at this time?
He's not the great one anymore. Mario
No.
Lemieux is the new great one.
Yes, he is until the further time being, and then it gets passed on to his son Sidney Crosby.
Hmm. I'm gonna play a song called Sidney Crosby.
Okay, let me
Right
know if you
here.
need me to add any instruments. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna hit the.
You hit the bong for a little bit. I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
news desk here to play this one. It's a little epic.
This is also low key.
This one's for you, Wayne Gretzky. This one's for you. This one's for you, Wayne. I'm gonna miss you. When Wayne Gretzky dies, I'm gonna be so sad. He was the first man from Canada to die of the corona disease. Thank you, Gretzky. Thank you, Wayne Gretzky. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne Gretzky. Keep your shelf happy, they said. Well, we
Yeah,
were doing that.
yeah,
And we will. We will try our best to keep the shelf happy.
yeah. I mean, I have a few shelves in the room here. Uh, it's pretty good time.
It is a pretty good time. So we got
Yeah.
this thing here, brand new instrument. We got this. It came from Egypt. Apparently,
Wow.
we got it for free. We like to get our stuff. So if you have an instrument you want to send Logy Bay Groovers, you send
Yeah.
them a message on Facebook, and they'll
Yep.
figure out how to give it to them, and they'll take it. What do you think, by Randy? So
I think the thing's pretty sounds. In, it sounds like cashmere crystals floating through tubes in the air.
tubes in the air. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think tubes in the air. That's a good song to sing right now.
Okay. I'm gonna find the tubes first. I'm gonna have a look here. Stretch my legs. Um. hmm.
Tubes in the air coming up from Logy Bay Groovers on Logy Bay Groovers YouTube.
Tube in the air.
Dark humor, dark humor, dark humor, dark humor, dark humor,
I only listen to ska, buddy, anymore. That's the only one I like anymore. I only listen to this friggin' ska anymore. Only just ska anymore. Only listens to ska anymore. Only it's just ska now. Breakdown only listens to ska. Breakdown only listens to ska. My favorite kind of music is friggin' ska. Only listens to ska.
God.
Oh, every day I get up and I put on my checkerboard shorts. Only listens to ska.
A houndstooth in the Bluetooth speaker.
Tooth in my Bluetooth speaker. My ska beats were tough to decipher. Ska beats.
To Donny Dyther.
Ska beats and new Danny Ska beats and new Danny Ska beats. 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 Ska beats. Ska beats. Ska, yeah. beats, ska beats, ska beats, ska beats, ska, 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 ska. Have some fish and chips and a cup of tea. It says over there, everybody. Have fish and chips and a cup of tea. When I sat down for tea time break, I had just a cup of tea. I didn't have a cracker or a biscuit or a cookie or a piece of toast. I just had a tea today. It was nice. So if you just have a tea, do you want some peanut butter for your tea? Do you want some peanut butter for your tea? Some peanut butter for your tea. Peanut butter for your tea. You want some peanut butter for your tea? Peanut butter for your tea. Some peanut butter for your tea. And peanut butter for your tea. Peanut butter is pretty good in the tea. I like my ska beats with my peanut butter tea. Peanut butter coming over for peanut butter tea. I like my ska beats with a peanut butter tea.
If you got a boner, don't forget to shop local at Kona. Don't forget to send your wife and kids down to a college at Kona.
College at Kona.
Out Alona.
Kona.
Shark Bona. My favorite movie by Disney is Moana.
I likes Moby Dick. That's my favorite movie by Disney. I likes Free Willy. That's my favorite movie by Disney. I don't know if there's any more movies about whales, but that's my favorite movie about Disney. Only likes movies.
Forgot Free Willy.
I said that one.
Willy. My Willy, that's...
What about Free Willy 2? Free Willy 3 maybe. But that's it.
Free Willy 3D.
I think there's a lot of room for a new whale movie.
I grew up eating just Katie.
Finding Nemo and shit. We need a new whale movie. Whales
Call
and
in
giant
your local
squids.
YTV.
Not for kids. A deadly whale movie about a sperm whale goes under the sea and eats friggin' squids. An evil
My favorite
sperm whale fills to the top with jizz.
My favorite whale is the Eddie whale.
What did the Eddie whale? Eddie Whalen.
Eddie whale.
Scotty Phelan. Look at my Sarah Palin.
I didn't pass grade 9, I kept failing. This year, no sir, buddy, they're pushing me through. I sniff glue.
Pussycat, my dog, please. I just ask you, please, social distance and respect my knees. Very nice.
Japan classic.
Japan classic. I think that's all we gotta say for today to everyone.
Sounds pretty good. I just want to say I take my hat off to everybody at home right now, doing their best, and make sure you keep doing it.
Take your hat off to everyone. This has been 975 K Rock. Thanks for
Don't
tuning
forget,
in.
when you cross the road, don't jaywalk.
Don't jaywalk. Jaylac. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good there. Nice. Alright, thanks.